It's usually like around top 15.
Top 15, I would say if you're over 8K, you'll compete. 8K, you'll compete. It always changes every year, but I would say that's probably a good number. It's about $500 a day. Something along those lines, right? So it's a good question. My couple of quick thoughts. One of the things that Jeff didn't mention, I want to make sure as I mentioned, is we are looking to promote. He mentioned the assistant manager intern opportunity. Okay, I want to make sure we're clear on what that is, so that way those of you guys that are interested or excited about this, you can chase after it. An assistant manager intern is someone who works behind the scenes and helps us with 3-4 hours a week, maybe. This is what Chelsea and Will did. They both got promoted, along with Nihil, actually, at SC1 last year. And they worked behind the scenes a little bit, helping us maybe, like I said, maybe 2-3 hours a week, just doing a little bit of social media work, helping us with a little bit of the branding, helping us spread the word a little bit, with coaching maybe a little bit, just working a little behind the scenes to get a little bit exposure, instead of just being the actor in the movie, being the director behind the scenes. So if that's something that is of excitement or interest to you, let us know. Let us know. You work a little bit behind the scenes for a month, and then in July, you can position yourself for a paid opportunity and a paid intern. They make a percentage off of the office. We start giving a little bit extra funds towards their startup and towards withholdings. By the time fall rolls around, those are individuals where they could stay on, our staff, or they're first in line for an interview for the Leadership Academy. So that's kind of what Mr. Game was talking about. I'd like to promote 4 people at SC1. I think that's my goal. And realistically, there's a couple people in this room that I think if you wanted it, it's yours for the taking. The push is going to be showing you your proving ground. So work hard, and we'll see if that's available to you. So assistant manager, intern. The next thing I wanted to leave with, I'll talk about that next week for time's sake. All right, let me just wrap up with this. So on Sunday, I talked about digging for gold, not worrying about the dirt. And it seemed like a couple people that landed or resonated with you. And I wanted to finish off that conversation real quick with you because I had some feedback, and I think it's important for us to finish that dialogue. For those of you guys that weren't here, we talked about focus on, if you're digging for gold, you're not focusing on how much dirt you're going through. There's one word. Anybody remember the word that someone's digging for gold? What is the word? Until. They dig until they get to the gold. It's not like, oh, I went through five shovels and now I'll take a break. No. I dig until I find the dirt. And you may have seen the meme of the guy that's like breaking like the rocks, and like one guy is turned around and the guy is like really close to the diamonds. I don't know if you've ever seen this meme, but right, that's kind of like, you don't stop. If some of you guys are on the brink of gold and greatness, we don't stop, we don't back down because it got too tough. So here's where I would encourage you to write down that your goals that you guys set for yourself, or just be ready to write something up. Your goals that you wrote down last week. I got your sales numbers. For key staff, we talked about your commitment. The reason why that number resonated with you is because one word. Anybody remember the word? I'll give it to you. It's pride. You wanted to have a feeling of feeling proud, feeling accomplished. And when you have that feeling of pride, it makes you feel good. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't want to live there. That's not home for you, because then you're feeding the ego. But it feels good in that moment. Here's what I'll tell you. You will not get that feeling if you don't put in the work. Easy doesn't create those types of experiences where you experience the feeling of pride and feeling proud. Let me give you some examples. Fraternity. A couple of fraternity guys over here. You have what is called pledgeship, right? When you go through this pledgeship with your brothers, that's how you become brothers with these individuals, because you go through a challenging experience. If it was just surface level, if it was just like a wave, hey guys, nice to meet you, we're brothers. No. In order to create that pledgeship, you go through deep connection with these guys, and you go through the tough to come out the other end as brothers, right? That's how you get deep relationships, connection relationships. How about fitness? Guys, I love pizza. I just had pizza the other day. It was freaking delicious. My body hated me, gave me gas, but it was delicious. If I ate pizza every single day, it would not be a good thing. It would be easy to do, very easy to do, but it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't serve me to the higher power. So what's my point? Don't do the easy stuff. We want health. We want energy. We want vitality. We can't get that from settling for easy with our nutrition. We can't settle for easy with our relationships. There's a lot of like shuffling. It's threw me off my game. So I appreciate the attention. And next one is money. We want what's easy when it comes to money, right? We want to buy now, right? We see something, we want to buy it. We like the toy, the whatever it is, we just buy it today. We want to go to the movies, we go to the movie. We want to go out to dinner, we go out to dinner. And all those things are insignificant amounts of money, but they add up to be big things. But if we save that money, like, $5 a day, how much is that? $35 a week over the course of a year, right? Oh, well, over the course of a month, that's $140 a month. Over the course of a year, we're talking $1,500. So if you save the $1,500, you could go on that badass vacation, put the deposit down on the car. So instead, I want the immediate gratification today of a cup of coffee versus the bigger reward of what can come later, because I didn't settle for easy. I had self-discipline with my money. So we have relationships, we have money, we have health and fitness. What about your job? It is easy to go work a valet job. It is easy to go work a lifeguarding job. Don't run, you're sitting, don't do that, you're swimming into the deep end. Like, it is easy to do that stuff. It is easy to wait on tables. Why? Because you don't have to think. You don't have to use your dignity of choice. You don't have decisions to make. Someone tells you how to do it, you just do it. Here, you don't have a boss. You're the CEO. You're the CEO. Self-motivation comes from making the decision to make the phone call. Self-motivation comes from waking up early, like Josh was saying, and doing your big three. Self-motivation is a key component to owning a business. And you own your own business here. And that's why you get rewarded with badass paychecks and fun experiences and lots of enjoyment and circles of influence and growth opportunities and advancement opportunities. So I think it's important for us to know that when we focus on easy, it doesn't create the opportunities that you want, the experiences that you want. Work and earn a $500 to $1,000 paycheck here, and I promise you're going to feel proud. You're going to feel excited. So I'll leave you with this. I asked you guys to write down a number. Key staff, we talked about burying your commitment, right? How do we anchor your commitment home to something more than just your number? We anchor it home to your identity. Not to your role as a Cutco rep, but to your identity. And this is where I'll come full circle for key staff, for those of you guys that weren't here. Our role is as a Cutco rep. That's your role. But your identity as a human being, as a person, is I'm an overachiever. Your identity, if you're in this room as a person, is I don't back down. My identity is I'm caring, I'm honest, I'm loyal. Those are characteristics of your identity. And when you can align those two things, you align your role and your identity, and you align those two, that's called your truth. And what is your truth? Here in this business is you align them. You make that extra call even though you don't feel like it. Just like you go to the gym when you don't feel like it. You tell the person you love them when you even feel like you don't want to say it because you might get ridiculed for it. But you risk vulnerability and say it anyway. Because you actually care about that person. You do the things because they are right, not easy, because you live in truth. So to anchor your commitment home, you guys all set up a number. If we add up that number of what everyone said last week, minus Grant, it's almost a $200,000 push with our training classes we're going to have. We're trying to do half of that. That's our goal, is half of that. So I apologize for limiting you on my goals. But I want to impress upon you, if you hit your goals, we will do something unthinkable and unimaginable as a team this summer. So do your part, we'll do our part. And I just want to say I appreciate all of you for spending your Wednesday night with me, for being here, for being a game changer and being a part of our crew. So thank you for your energy. Thank you for your time. And just make sure before you leave, you get with your coach to